What's up, everybody? It's April Dawn, and I came to you real quick in the middle of the day so we can talk about Dear White People. This is episode 1 through 6. Episode 1 through 5, excuse me. So I've watched, about half of the series, and it's pretty good. I like it so far. So if you guys are not familiar with this show, it's a show that is on Netflix right now. It's based off of a movie that was made, I want to say, in 2015 or 14. That's what's called Dear White People. They even have a couple of the main the characters that were the same actors playing some of the characters that they played in the movie. For example, Troy plays the same character. So the story is basically centered around this Ivy League college. The college is called Winchester University. I'm assuming that it looks like it's on the East Coast somewhere. And this is a predominantly white school. They have some students are, members of the Black Student Union, and, they have a black dorm, and, all these things going on. So our main character, Samantha, the first episode takes us into just what's going on in the present day at the school. So our main character, Samantha, is a biracial girl who has a white boyfriend that nobody knows about, that she's kind of embarrassed about. But she is either the president of or the leader of the Black Student Union on campus. Then you have Troy. Troy is he's also the leader of the Black Student Union on campus. All right, so at the beginning of the episode, what basically happens is they have this white boy, he comes up with the party idea for Halloween that they're going to dress. It's going to be a Dear Black People party because Samantha is a radio host, and she hosts a show called Dear White People where she talks about, different things going on campus as far as racially. Okay, so it's mainly satirical, but I'm sure it rubs the white people the wrong way, child. It rubbed the white folks the wrong way. So anyway, they decided to come up with a party called Dear Black People, where they all dress up like black people. We all know this is problematic, okay? And these things do happen in real campuses across America. So, basically what happened was they came up with it. They came up with all the invitations, and right when they were going to send them out, the guy's dad found out about it. His dad is either the president or one of the deans or something like that. And so he told him, don't throw it. It was a bad idea. But somehow, some way, an invitation got sent out, and they had this big party. The black people on campus find out about the party. They go into the party, and they start tearing stuff up like, this is ridiculous. The police get called. The party gets broken up. So now it's like a big issue on campus. So basically the first few episodes, we revisit this party, but we revisit it through the eyes of different people, okay? Just like Scandal / Underground, we taking a journey down the same path with the perspectives of different people. So the first episode centers around Sam and what happened at the party, and her white boyfriend, which everybody finds out about at the end of the episode or towards the middle of the episode, something like that. They find out that she have the white boyfriend because the white boyfriend tweets out or Instagrams a picture of her saying, I hate it when Bay leave or something like that in the morning. So, she has another friend that's kind of like the resident angry black dude. But I hate saying angry black man because it's like, if people tell you angry, it's like being an angry black woman. You cannot be angry, but people telling you angry all the time, eventually it's going to make you angry. Okay, I'm just saying. But he's actually a very intelligent and thoughtful guy. He's just really intense all the time. But you can tell he got a little crush on Sam. So, this is going to affect him later. That's pretty much it for episode 1. I like the show a lot because it's a dry humor. It's like an intelligent humor. You're going to have to be kind of smart to catch on. If you're not an intelligent person and don't, have a lot of pop culture references that you can refer to in your mind, you really not, it's going to fly above your head. This is not lowbrow comedy. This is pretty highbrow comedy. But I want to emphasize this for my white viewers, okay? You guys, this show is not a bashing show for white people. People on the campus generally get along for the most part, black people and white people. Now, there are some issues that's problematic, okay? And it does bring light to some of the issues that maybe you don't think you have. It's something that somebody else would have to point out to you. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like a bashing show for white people, because there's plenty of episodes where a lot of the white characters say hilarious things. They're funny, that they have black friends on the show. It's not like, it's not an angry show. It's a comedy. Like, it's actually funny. So I encourage people not to get discouraged by the title of the show, especially white people, and watch the show, because you might actually find a perspective that you think is pretty, different or interesting than your own, So yeah, watch the show, especially people who don't have no black friends or don't deal with black people on a regular basis, okay? Because you know you might not be informed. Like, I'm from a town, okay, where there's not a lot of big business in the town. So there's black people that are upwardly mobile and doing things and working, you know, like my mom, she works in the office. So you're a white person but there's, you know, it's a small town, so there's not a whole lot of black people anyway. And there's a lot of, you know, well-to-do and middle class and upper middle class white people. So, you know, to be around educated black person who goes to work, so you can see that everybody is not a stereotype, you know, is good. But there are some people in some parts of this country who don't see anything, don't deal with black people. They get what they see on TV, and we know what they see on TV, love and hip hop, guys. Okay, so, you know, it's good to step outside of that and look at another perspective, okay? So, I'm going to get off my soapbox. With all that said, the show is funny as hell. Watch it, okay? Because it's funny. It's really hilarious. So, first couple of episodes, like I said, they discussed Sam, the boyfriend. In the second episode, people aren't really that upset about the boyfriend when they find out about it. Reggie a little upset, but you know, everybody else, her homegirl was like, hey, it's cool, you know. I mean, you like it, I like it, girl. And you do, your love is love, you know, and all that. So, yeah, the little boyfriend was a little rubbed the wrong way. He got introduced to the friends. They was watching a version of Scandal. Guy, it was hilarious. Whatever they called the show, the little Scandal spoof, it was funny. And so the white boy didn't get it, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't anything that was horrible. It was just awkward. It would be even more awkward I mean, you know, it would be just as awkward to introduce a black person to them, but at least black person know black people code. He just don't know black code. So, you know, that's just, you know, it wasn't no thing to me. I didn't really, you know, I don't really fault her. She can date people can date whoever they want, y'all. It's 2017. You can really date whoever you want. Just because you walk around, you might walk around with your fist and your afro puff, but you can date a white boy if you want to, child. That's you. Okay? It's your life. So we in chapter 3. We find out, the second episode, we find out about Lionel. Now, Lionel is, he works on the newspaper, and he was there when the party happened. He finds out, well, secretly, he has a crush on Troy. Troy is his roommate. He sits and listens to Troy have sex with various people at different times, okay? So, Troy is his roommate, and he has a crush on him because he is gay. So, he hasn't really reconciled how to deal with that because it looks like maybe he's always been in maybe white schools, or he just don't know how to reconcile the fact that he's gay, but it doesn't seem like he's embarrassed or ashamed of it. He just seems like he just really don't know where he fit into the picture. So, yeah, so he gets invited to a theater kid party. Yeah, and so he hooks up with a couple. I kind of missed that part because I walked out the room, but I saw the white people kissing, and then he joined in. So he hooked up with the couple, and then he realized he don't like girls. Okay, he tried, but girl, he don't like girls. It just is what it is. Okay, so he hacks the computer, and basically he finds out where the email came from that sent out the invitation to the party. And he goes and talks to Sam and tells her that he knows, and they look at each other like, you know, I know where it came from. Like, oh, I know where. Oh, I know. So Sam gets on the radio the next day and basically says that she is the one who sent out the email because she knew that the people on the campus was, you know, so racist, or they would do it. You know, if she sent out the email, all they needed was an invitation to be racist, you know, and you know what I'm saying? And they took it. So she is the one who sent out the invitation. You know, this does not it causes a little bit of controversy on the campus, but it's not like a shock wave ran across the campus. I mean, she got in trouble. She got called into the dean's office. He told her, you know, if she do one more thing, you know, that's it. And this is when we find out that her and Troy used to date when they first got there, and their parents didn't really approve of her. Because I don't know if it was because of her curly hair, but they had a conversation where they met each other. Because no, she had a perm or a weave, then her hair was straight. So, yeah, so they used to be a couple, but not anymore, okay? Because obviously she went pro-black and he went, you know, pro-peppy, okay? So, yeah, and that's that. So, the next episode is about Troy. Well, I'm sorry, let me go back because the guy Lionel tells Troy eventually at the end, and he's into guys. Troy, surprisingly, is okay with it. While like, maybe let me get your lineup right because, you know, I know y'all real picky about who you like. So I thought that was cute that he was, you know, it's 2017, child. Ain't nobody got time to worry about who you laying in the bed with, child. But, you know, after that, you know, Lionel was like, I guess because he was cool with it, Lionel, you know, was like extra turned on or something. I don't know. Because he was, I ain't going to talk about it. You seen it. Okay, so... the next one is about Troy. So we learn a little bit about Troy and his father. He has a lot of pressure to be successful. And yeah, his father holds him to a very high standard, and basically his father don't listen to him when he talk. So basically he's been grooming him his whole life to be the class president, to be, a leader, to be this, to be that, or whatever, and have this type of girlfriend. That's why homegirl ain't work out, because her hair was too curly, or she was too, this, that, and the other. They didn't like her. So it just goes with him. We see that he smoked weed a little bit. He's kind of unsure of himself. Okay, and this is where Nia Long's character comes into the picture. So after the party, after he found out about the party, he was at a gathering fundraiser or something with his dad. He tells his dad, which is the dean, about this. His father, he makes his father listen to him. Finally, child, he was like, can you just listen to me, like, and shut up and just listen? So he helps him, or he tells him about the party, and they send the police over there. So now he's like some type of campus hero, and he's running for class president. So all of a sudden, now it's because of the cultural shift. People feel bad if they vote for the white boy, if they vote for this boy, but he's a good choice. So he goes around to the campus and, makes friends with all the different groups. He's the guy. He can do all these different things with the cooking club and this and that and the other. And he is having relations with one of the girls on campus. I don't know if they official boyfriend and girlfriend, but they could be. I don't know. But they messing around with each other. It's a friend, and I'll talk about her later, because I really don't even know. Child, I got to figure out what her name is. It's like Nefertiti or Donquisha. It's a ghetto name, but like they call her something else or whatever. I can't remember it. Let me not say ghetto. It's not a ghetto name. It's an Afrocentric name. Okay, we just going to say it like this. Afrocentric name, because let me not say that. I apologize, people, with the names. Okay, my bad. So, yeah, so they follow him all over the campus. He breaks up the party. He gets really popular all of a sudden. His dad, when they're at another fundraiser, his dad introduced him to Nia Long's character, and Nia Long's character's girlfriend. It's the professor or somebody, child. She's somebody. And, they act like they don't know each other. But later on that night at another party, because he's saying he going to go after the white boy, the one who wants to play in the party in the first place, because they're the one who came up with the idea in the first place. So he keeps saying he's not going to let them slide if he making all these promises to the different groups, basically telling them everything that they want to hear. Okay, so we find out later on at another party where he see the white boy. The white boy is like, hey, I need you to give me a social pass. Like, you need to let me off the hook, because ain't nothing gonna happen to the boy. So, he like, you need to let me off the hook. And dude was like, I don't know, what you did was messed up, X, Y, and Z. So we find out later on that him and Nia Long already know each other. They've been screwing each other, child. So he got him an old piece. Okay, so him and the old piece, honey, they was getting it on in the backyard, or back there in wherever they was at, behind the football field, wherever they was at, doing it. And so at the end of the episode, we find out the white boy has videotaped him doing it with the lady, with the professor, and said that basically he gonna expose him if he don't give him that social pass. So now he gotta break these promises that he done already made to the black people, child. So that's gonna be a hot mess. Okay, so now we're in episode 4. This is this is Coco's episode. So Coco, her name is Calandria or something like that. Yeah. So she used to be friends with, at the beginning of the episode, we see that she was at the Dear Black People party, and Sam saw her. She had a video camera, and she said, and Coco said into the video camera, these white people don't care nothing about no Harriet Tubman, and they spend money to get their ass done, their lips, and they tans because they want to beat us, girl, and buying Kanye tickets and yada yada yada. Okay, so later on, Sam auto-tunes this and puts this on the radio show. So, of course, Coco is mortified. She's sitting with her white, her homegirl friends. So, we start getting the flashbacks. So, Sam and Coco used to be friends. They used to be roommates. And they got along, and, and Coco finally found her spirit animal with the black girl thing or whatever. And what happens is, she tries to get into a party with some white girls, but her hair is like a bob or whatever, and so she doesn't get picked by any of the guys. It's really kind of gross how they just walk and just pick somebody up, and the girl be like, oh my God, like the type of women who go to college to get married, those women. So it was like that. So they came and got the girls. They took them away into the party. She never got picked. She starts to feel discouraged. So basically, some Well, at a meeting, they were talking about some things that was going on campus, and Sam said something out loud, and she won some of the approval of some of this black sorority girls. So, you know, Troy was stopped by the sorority girl when he said something to her, and, you know, Coco was like, whatever they got, I want it. And they expressed interest in Sam. Now, of course, you know, Coco being a dark-skinned girl, she was a beautiful girl. Now, let's just say that. She's a beautiful girl. But being a dark-skinned girl, obviously, you know, let's just keep it real and 100. You know, Sam is more Eurocentrically beautiful, okay? And she was in a certain sorority. They will want to take her, okay? I'm not going to say what that sorority is, but a certain sorority, that's a stereotype of that sorority, okay? That's all I'm going to say. We're not going to say that's a true stereotype, and it's not, because I've seen many different women in that sorority, okay, who do not look like that stereotype. But that is the stereotype of the sorority. Let's just keep it real, peoples. Okay, so they approached her, and the way they have these girls with these certain colors on, they're trying to represent that type, that particular sorority. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. Okay, so they expressed interest in her. They even commented on her hair, and she said it came from my head. They was like, where you got it from? She's like, it came from my head. And they were like, oh my God, really? Like, oh, is that your hair? Okay. So they, and you know, and she was outspoken, and they liked her. So they gave her the information. They did not give one to Coco, but her and Coco went, even though Sam didn't want to go. They went. Sam talked about how the BSU is doing the same thing. That's the Black Student Union, but they don't have to pay the $1,500 intake fee. That's also another hint on what sorority they trying to low-key shade. Okay, so it's this light shade, but you know, I'm in a sorority, guys, so you know, I don't take offense to it. It's just light shade. Okay, so you have to pay the initiation fee and all of that. Okay, so you know, Sam don't want to do it, but Coco goes through the process, and basically, they start to separate. You know, Sam gets more involved with the student union, with the Black Student Union. She become a little bit more militant. She stops straightening her hair. You know what I'm saying? Things of this nature. And even though sometimes they can find a common ground, they seem like they're just splitting more and more apart. So what happens is that, hold up, they get in a fight. Yeah, they get in an argument. And basically, Coco tells her that she tones down her blackness so that she can be accepted. Because when people see her, they automatically think she poor. They automatically think she uneducated because she's a dark-skinned black person. And that's what she was trying to convey, that you have a privilege by being light-skinned or being closer to white or looking closer to a white person, okay? So she tones down herself, like she don't wear her hair natural because, you know, she thinks that's going to negatively affect her in some way, or it's going to present her in a way that she don't want to be presented as like a snappy-headed black girl. You know what I'm saying? Or something like this. So she tones down herself. She gets the weave. She, you know, speaks proper English all the time. She doesn't want people to think that she's a stereotype. But this is the thing. When they were arguing, I can tell that Coco could see Sam's point of view, because immediately after the argument, Coco goes to the sorority that she's pledging, and she tells them that she don't want to be in a sorority no more. She's not pledging it no more. So, and then she goes to Troy. They give her, well, something else happens in between that, but basically, after the argument, Sam gives her like a joint as a peace offering, and so she takes it with her. That's when she gets out of the sorority, and she goes to Troy, and she smokes the joint while Troy eat the box. Okay, eat the chocolates. Okay. Did a Forrest Gump. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So, I understand her frustration. But I also understood Sam's point of view, which is, girl, why are you worried about what these people think about you? Because no matter how much weave you get in your head, no matter how straight your hair is, child, no matter how much proper English you speak, it doesn't matter. Because when you go to college, especially Ivy League colleges, some of these people think that, you know, you got there on affirmative action. Like, you're not smart enough to do things. You don't have this. I've had people doubt my credentials and who I am because of, you know, the color of my skin. I'm a singer, and I sing opera, and I've not gotten roles because the lady who is an Italian woman, or it's a girl with blonde hair, they have a line in the song about hair color or skin color or something like that, so they feel like because I'm a black woman I can't do that. But it's imagination. It's not real. Okay, people? We can change that line if we wanted to brown hair, not blonde hair. But whatever, you know. So I understood her frustrations. And I also understood Sam's point of view. You can't let other people dictate who you are, and stop worrying about what everybody thinks. Because regardless of what you do to yourself, they still gonna see you as a black woman. If you get loud, if you get angry, you're gonna be an angry black woman. Okay, so you might as well just be yourself and live for you, girl, and stop trying to make other people happy, because they will never be happy with you. So if you want to wear your naps, wear your naps. Because people gonna call you nappy-headed regardless. And I think that's the whole thing. It don't matter if you wear naps. If you wear your hair natural and your hair is nappy and kinky like mine, okay, people gonna call you nappy-headed. At least now I can say, and I'm happy to be nappy, and what? And I'm still cute. If you wear a wig, they're going to say you want to be like Eurocentric, you want to look like a white woman, you hate yourself, and this, that, and the other. When sometimes I just wear a wig because I just don't want to break. Okay? I just don't feel like combing my hair. I don't feel like finger detangling and, you know, and coconut pre-pooing and all of that stuff. I don't want to do all of that. I just want to break. So I just want to be able to get up, shake it out, and go to work, or put heat on my hair and not worry about it falling out. It don't necessarily have to do with me wanting to be anything else. I just want to take a break for a little while and relax, okay, and wear another hairstyle. Sometimes people just like to be different. Child, they're going to judge you no matter what you are. No matter. It doesn't matter. So, I mean, you know, it's a toss-up. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts, okay, about that whole situation. So, the next episode, so I just, yeah, to 5, it's about Reggie. Basically, how Reggie feels after he finds out that Sam got a new boo, the white boy. He feels kind of sullen and melancholy. So for her new friend, I don't know what homegirl name is, but homegirl, I like her. She decided to try to help them cheer up, and I was kind of hoping they would hook up or get together, because it looked like, you know, they was getting along and he liked her. So she takes him to a party at this white boy house. The white boy is, you know, he cool for the most part. You know, everybody getting along, they having a party, but you know, we get to a point in the evening. I'm just giving y'all the Cliff Notes version, because there's a lot of other stuff happening in between too, but you get the point. So he's at the party, they're having a good time, and the song come on, and you know the word niggas in the song, this is a problem. So, you know, white boy is like, you know, it's in the song, I don't feel like, you know, I shouldn't have to say it, or you can say it. You know, we get into that whole argument. He like, what should I do? Should I mumble or should I hum on that part? He was like, yeah, you should. You should not sit around here and say nobody should say it, because nobody should say it. I'm not gonna sit, y'all done heard me say it before in another video, so I'm not gonna act like I don't say it. I do say it, and I'm not gonna act like I won't punch a white person in their mouth if they say it in front of me, like trying to be mean. I'm not gonna act like I wouldn't do that. I probably would. You probably shouldn't say it. Okay, you probably should hum. You probably should just not say it. You probably shouldn't. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because it don't matter. This is the thing. You're not gonna debate with somebody about whether you can say it or not. Somebody just gonna punch you in your mouth. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Okay? We are not in the 1800s no more. It's 2017. And if you say it to the wrong person, they're gonna punch you in your mouth. So it's best if you just don't say it. But you know, he was hyped up because he was with his homeboys. I let you in my house. I let you having a party, man. Like you doing him a favor. You know, I can feel his tension rising, because I let you in my house. I let you do this. Like, oh, thank you, master. You let us in your house, and you let us, you know, like, we ain't never been in nobody's house who have money, or we don't know nobody who have a house like this. Like, come on, y'all, get with it. Black people been having money. There's plenty and plenty of well-to-do African-American people who have beautiful homes, who have careers, who make lots and lots of money. Like, that's another stereotype. All black people do not come from single-parent homes and are poor. It's just not true, okay? Some people are very well-to-do, grew up in very stable homes. And even if you are poor, you can still grow up in a stable home and have people who love you. Like, let's stop with the stereotypes in 2017, okay? So, at this party, the police are called, or the police end up showing up, and because they arguing back and forth with everybody at this point. And so you can tell that things about to get out of hand. But even the white boy was like, hey, chill, you know, this is my house. It's my party. There's nothing going on. You know, relax. And the policeman asked the boy who he is. They say he's a student. The white boy said, hey, he's a student. He's my friend. He's in my class, you know. It's cool. And the police officer is like, show me your ID in front of everybody. he says, man, I'm a student or whatever. And he starts screaming at him, show me my ID. Now, for me, when I'm watching the show, in my head, I'm thinking, this is why you don't say nigga. This is why. Because you perpetuating a stereotype about black men, and we don't have no control over that, okay? When we're saying it to each other, we have control over the tone of it, because this is the thing. It's not a word that we just say all the time to everybody we know. If somebody walked up on the street and was like, hey, nigga, what's up? I'm going to be like, what? I'm like, I don't know you. You have to know me. We have to be friends. We have to have a relationship for you to say that kind of thing to me. Kind of like if I call my homegirl a bitch. It's some people that I can say that to, and some people that, you know, get upset when you say that to them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be the person... I'm not going to say that to somebody I don't know, I don't have that relationship with. Even some people I know, I wouldn't say that to, because we don't have that type of relationship. So it's not a word we just throw around like that. And like I said, when the white boy saw what the police officer was doing, everybody in that room, you could feel, you know, why you shouldn't say things like that. Why you shouldn't argue with people about how they feel about when things happen. Just because it don't happen to you, don't mean it's not real. Just because you can't tell other people how to feel. You can't tell other people, you can't make a word of hate and then get mad and say you want to use the word. Like, you can't make people mad and then tell them not how to protest. That's not gonna work. Okay? So the boy was so upset. He was so shaken. He gave the man his ID, and then dude was like, oh, you should have just gave me that from the beginning, and left. Not to the point where this boy haven't done anything, and you just basically disrespected him in front of everybody. Everybody was in there arguing, asked none of the white people for their ID. Like, I was just, whoo, child, I was mad for him. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, if people tell you angry long enough, it'll make you angry. Okay, so he goes back to his room, and Sam was at the party too. I forgot to say that part. Sam and Gabe, they were at the party as well, and he talked to Gabe for a minute, and you know, he seemed to pretty much over it. It seemed like he's sad because, you know, he wanted Sam to be his boo, but he ain't, you know, toe up about it. And like I said, I thought he was gonna get with homegirl with the braids, and because I think she's really cute. But anywho, he went back to the room. Sam was on the other side of the door like, please talk to me, you know, what's going on. He was just sitting on the side of the door crying. Episode 1 through 5. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Let me know. I'm going to try to watch the rest of them between today, tomorrow, and Friday, and maybe do another review Friday or Saturday. So you guys let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, I love your suggestions. I just want to shout out all my new viewers. Hey, new subscribers. Hey. So I've decided I'm going to do Queen Sugar, most definitely, because that's what I started off with. Queen Sugar. I'm definitely doing Insecure. Power is like, I'm right on Power, and I think I'm gonna do Greenleaf when it comes back. I told y'all, being Mary Jane, I'm probably gonna do the first episode, but y'all, we gonna see, because see, Mary Jane done took me through it, and I don't have no time for this, okay? Okay, I cannot be going through this emotional roller coaster with her. But I just want to say thank you guys. Shout out to all the supporters. Like, thank you guys for supporting me. You guys are awesome. Like, I can't believe I have almost 1,000 subscribers, and I literally had like maybe 400 subscribers before I started doing these reviews this year. So I just want to say thank you for your support. You guys are everything. And I watch all the same bloggers you do, guys. I watch Ashley Miller. I watch Dineva. I love Rox is probably my favorite one. Rox and Ashley, they're my favorite. Okay, because they don't ever be, you know. Anyway, Rox, Ashley Miller, I love Dineva. I watch a lot of people. Mike B, because me and Mike B talk to each other sometimes. You know, I go on his videos, he'll come to mine. And so, like, y'all, please check them out, because I see some of y'all in the comments, okay? So, check those out. Also, another channel I watch is AfterBuzz TV. If you watch shows that, you know, you don't know, you know, nobody watches but you can watch those shows. They have panels. I love those panels, and they talk about the show, and sometimes they have guests from the show. A lot of times that's where I get a lot of information, especially Greenleaf and like Underground and those type of shows, and Scandal. They get like interviews with people on the show. They've had Jeff Perry on there. They had Zoe Perry on there. They had, you know, they have a lot of people on that show that come on to talk about the show. So check out AfterBuzz TV, and Black Hollywood Live is another network it's branched off of AfterBuzz TV. So check those channels out. I just wanted to shout those out for you guys. So y'all have a blessed week. I'll see you later.